Okay, so for this test, you should mainly study the two sheets that we did in class. The one where we had to draw the isomers, and the other one where we had to name most of the isomers. These are kind of what they look like. Because you need to know the names of most of these, which like methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane, and decane. I would suggest thinking of an acronym to form a sentence that would help you with that. When she says draw an electron dot diagram, instead of drawing the dash where you see in red it's circled, draw dots. The dash would only be for a structural formula, which would be like that structural formula. Yeah, so study those two sheets, as those will be main things. She also will probably put on the test, draw 3 isomers of hexane. So you need to know how to draw 3 different ones, like the straight chain, and then how to branch off different chains so that they're different in terms of how many chains they have and how many are in a row. You also need to know that the different boiling points of these chains. So in this of these isomers of hexane, you'd have to look and be able to tell which one had the highest boiling point. And in this one, it'd be the one with the straight chain. So anything with the straight chain will have the highest boiling point. But first, you have to look at the number of carbons in the chain, because if there is a straight chain of 5, but there's an isomer with 6 carbons, but there's 5 in a row and 1 sticking off the chain, that's still higher than the straight chain of 5 because it has 6 carbons. So first count the number of carbons and then see how many chains there are, and then that'll get you different boiling points. You should also know the different tower, because that'll be important, like knowing what types of petroleum will be in different parts of the tower. So first it goes from crude oil, and you have gases at the top: gasoline, light distillates, intermediate distillates, heavy distillates, and then the residues. This can be found on page 181 of your book. You also should need to know the difference between a covalent bonds and chemical bonds, and that is covalent bond and ionic bonds. Covalent bonds are chemical bonds that involve sharing a pair of electrons between atoms in a molecule, and ionic bonds are a chemical bond in which one atom loses an electron to form a positive and negative atoms with different things. So you have to know the difference, because she said in the beginning of the year that you need to know the difference between those two things to get an A in this course at all. So, and then practice your best 3D drawings in case she has us do anything with those. Let's see, not really sure what else is going to be on this. Just let's see, study your Chapter C summary, because that would be very useful. That's page 192, 193, and then the questions are on the study guide she gave us. And just remember to use the dots and the electron dot, and the dash isn't the structural formula. There's not really too much else, I don't think. But remember to study those 2 sheets that she gave us that we did in class. This one and this one are the 2 main ones you should really look at. That would help you a lot on this test. And then look in the book at the tower and other things. And that's pretty much it.